Hey people, I keep trying to make a short movie and it keeps getting drug out. I keep finding too much stuff I want to say. But I want to let y'all know, that I am illiterate. And all I do is read all day. And if that sounds confusing, that's the way they wanted it to be. And so back at the Tower of Confusion, they said, "Come, and going down, let us confound their language, that they should not hearken to each the voice of the neighbor." We're going to change everybody's language up. And so, the first time I read that, I got to thinking, when did this language change happen? Because, I look at the Greek Bible here, Matthew 5:37, and they said, "Let it be, however, the statements of you, yes, yes, and no, no, and thee, however, more than these from evil comes." But I look closer at it, and they say, "Nay is yes, and we is no." But nay meant no. Every courthouse in the world and every language surrounding Greece, nay meant no. And it still does today. If you know a girl named Nene, she's probably trouble. When she was a baby, somebody told her no, no, and so many times she got to thinking that was her name. But ill, it is not in full health. They try to make it sound like it's sick, but it actually, I don't even know if I could find it, but the origin of ill meant less than. I'm less than healthy. And how deep is it? You're taking soundings. Well, it's just ill of 20 feet. It's less than 20 feet. How's the oil pressure? Well, it's ill of 60 pounds. It's less than 60 pounds. And ill meant less of. And iterate meant to repeat. Something repeated is iterated. Iterate means to repeat. And so to be illiterate is less repeated. And that's where I am. I don't want to go with what's been repeated over and over to me. I'm looking in a little deeper as to what the word actually means, because I know that nay does not mean yes anywhere in the world. And if you have any French in you, you know that nay, nay, and oui, oui is no, no, and yes, yes. And it's not just a misprint here. All throughout this Greek Bible, they're going to say every time it says nay, it means yes, which is the opposite of the Hebrew Bible. Nay means no. And so that tells us when the language change happened. The language change happened between the Hebrew and whoever interpreted this Greek to us. So my illiterate self is going to take a stab at a better interpretation for this Matthew 5:37. They say este is it is, but I think it's more is to. Is to Dio. Dio is the Latin god, and it means remove sight. Is to remove sight of the logos summon, the names to call, the words to summon, nay, nay, oui, oui. To remove the parison. Peri is, perimeter. The surroundings, your borders. To remove the borders on taught on. And ek is, you replace it with the L, and so it might go with this let to or of. Of to upon her vestin. Is to remove The logos summon, the words to summon no, no, yes, yes, to remove the borders, the perimeters on, taught on, of, to, upon, to, TOUPONHR, upon her vestin, upon her, VESTIN, vestin, confer, bestow power, authority, and to remove the yes, yes, and the no, no is to remove the boundaries taught on of, to, upon her vest in what was bestowed upon. I don't think that needs any more explanation. So this word taught on, Thoth was the teacher of all knowledge. He was the god of writing. And the same as in the Hebrew, that sometimes they say Allah is God, and then sometimes they say Allah is these, or things, or tree, just whatever word fits. And so these things are most likely a language taught on. And that's what you were taught on, was logos, picture language, logos. So let me touch on this change language. I haven't read this chapter. I just read this one line when I started this. And so this is do it, like DOIT. But it's poets, and they're making fun of the words. That means several things. But it means do it. And then ka is the vav. It doesn't necessarily mean and. It's the same as the vav. It could go with this next word as in Wakeup. Or it could just be to. It means connected. And so it means do it to advance. This is like VANCE, advance. Well, this is advance. It's the opposite of advance. And do it to downvance, subjects the omen. And this is like subject, as in, to force something on somebody. SUGXE. The omen, is a prophetic significance. Forced upon a prophetic significance due to downvance, a forced upon prophetic significance, glosson. And this is where your word glissandro come on. And it means all the extra sweet sounding notes that somebody's playing a piece of music, and in between the chord changes they throw some sweet sounding scales in between there that wasn't written in the piece. That's just something that they added on there because they thought it sounded good. And due to downvance, do it to downvance, subjects to omen, to force the omen of glissandro, of a bunch of sweet music what on. NINAMH or ME. In name me. This is God talking. In name me accusing in. Accuses in. In the name of God they're accusing in. Due to downvance, the subjects omen of glossin what on. To make it look all glossy. To make the story look glossy what on. In name me accusing the cast as, the players, the ones playing the story, the one playing the part, the castos. The cast this phones, it sounds, the cast this phones, the ones doing the yapping, the ones talking, to full, to pletion. Depletion means to remove, fill, and completion, means to fill up. And so this is just pletion. It just means fill. PLHSION, PLESION, completion, pletion. Depletion comes from the depleted, emptied out, and and completion is full, is filling up, and the player, the completion just means full, fill. And so the down vance, it ain't saying anything about God coming down and changing the language. It says the priest, the castos that was doing the accusing, are the ones that are down vancing humanity due to the down vance of subjects the prophetic significance of the glossing of a bunch of extra stuff really wasn't in there in the writings. A bunch of stuff that they're adding in there, what on in name of me accusing the cast as this sounds to fill. So I have to read all this chapter to get all that down, but you can see that it ain't nothing like what they're saying. So a long time ago, the whole world spoke this Teutonic English, and they're trying to hide it because they're trying to hide all our history, and they're trying to hide how to read these two books, and they don't want us to know that we have the ancient language. You look up Illinois and look at all the different bull that tell you how that word comes from, and they'll tell you it was named after the Alani Indians, and that's a crock. Everybody in the world, the people are named for the place. The place isn't named for the people. And it's known for the northern part of the Illinois River is known as the Quiet River. And it's because it's ill of noise. Quiet, less noise. All right, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.